are live, and oh, I love this. Somebody has as their username, I ate the Antichrist. But hi, everyone. Welcome. Hopefully, because some folks have said that it takes forever for them to get notifications that we're live. I figured, well, let me try to lead it a little and set up the stream, about 20 minutes early to see if that gives people a little bit more advance notice. And by the way, thank you for everybody who's already hit, that like button. We got to work those algorithms, but thank you for that and welcome. And we'll try and give it a few minutes, I guess, for everybody to start trickling in. Um, I hope everybody is trying to stay cool in this really hot weather. I know it doesn't affect everybody, but if you're in the northern hemisphere and certainly in central part of the U.S., I think Great Britain, I think you guys are having some hot weather too. Just trying to stay cool. It's been rough, and I guess I'm just gonna give it a few more minutes. And I'll let everybody know in chat. Okay. All right. Oh, me. I was around for the web run pet services, and then I had to take a break, but I'm back for more. Haha. We'll try to join weekly services from now on. Okay, well that's great, and thanks for joining us. And yeah, that was fun services. About 100 degrees outside, and believe it or not, that was cooler than it was today. But glad to have you. And okay, everything's good on your in Vesper. Hey, what's funny is earlier, just yesterday, or the day before, I was cleaning up in here and I noticed there was one stray fortune cookie that had come out of the box. So I set that one aside because I thought, you know what, that might be our cookie for everyone, today. So it just seemed rather a little too noticeable to be coincidence. So that's where it is. And when we get to that point, we'll go ahead and we'll get it started. And Kit Fox, howdy everyone. And this evening we're doing a sailing feast for Horus of Behdet, and of course that's the town that is commonly known as Edfu. That's the place where they'd have the triumph of Horus, the feast of victory that we so lovingly. I don't know if you would say we parodied it because it was in the spirit of the original, just kind of shortened, and we did give we kind of parodied Ptolemy a little bit, but that's from that same area, and so he has a sailing feast this week, and then there's a procession of Bastet, mistress of Anktawi, and so she's taking a boat ride with Horus this evening, and Anktawi was actually a place. I think it's one of those lost cities. In the Middle Kingdom, there was a brief move, and the capital was not at Memphis, or at Thebes, but kind of in the middle, in that particular location. I think they were doing some core samples, and they found a promising spot that they think might be the original location of Anktawi. But Bastet, mistress of Anktawi, was that was the aspect of her that a priest, serving as her high priest, had a daughter named Tabubu in that story with Setna Kaimwas, and he had a very very vivid dream that isn't really good general YouTube fare, but it's on one of our Patreon videos. So.
Yes. If you want things explicit
Mhm.
with nakedness and
No.
language.
Okay. Well, it's descriptions of nakedness and language.
Yes.
But you know what though? Also, of course, we have the next video is coming up on Monday, and so you'll see the link for the premiere to that. But if you want to catch it early, you just go on to Patreon and you can watch it this weekend. And I also have the outtakes for that, and also a making of for the special effects for this episode. I'm going to be uploading that tonight or tomorrow, so my exclusive peeps will get to see kind of a behind the scenes. So that's kind of what's going on, and hopefully that's giving everybody a chance to sort of trickle in. Dragon's Library, howdy, Sebekekwe, Raya. Okay, and Yamana's going to be joining us in a few minutes too, so I think we've got enough folks so we can kind of start getting started. But I also wanted to let folks know that we need to give Darren some extra love this evening because his mom passed away yesterday. So, so he's really having a tough time with that. But, so. Do you need us to go and get you some paper towels? Okay. All right. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. I tell you what, it feels really good standing underneath the ceiling fan right now. Now I'm just going to be peeking over here in the comments. Yeah. Yeah, Kit Fox and Sebekekwe, so their heart goes out to you. Dragon's Library, Married Whippoorwill, so. And you got a heart from I Ate the Antichrist, so.
I like liver too.
With fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Of course.
There we go. These cool waters are upon our hands, and they purify us. This Tefnut purifies us. Hail unto you, and we come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Purity is upon our hands. Purity is within our hearts. And we cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. See, I'm figuring out some technique to this. Yeah. A little extra here. Let me cool off. Is that better?
Thank you.
Yes, and our bread for this evening. By your request, I put a couple of the Hatch chili chocolate chip cookies on the offering plate, and also a couple of rolls from Logan's Roadhouse. Because it's one of those places that like the yeast rolls are, you can come there just for those, and I think we have gone there just for an order of rolls before.
Yes, we have.
So
And sat in the car and ate them.
yeah, well, I want to say we gotten food from somewhere else, but it's like we have to come and get the rolls from here. They're that good. So you know, so this is definitely bread on which gods live. Yeah. Ah, Amanda, how are you? Um, and Anna Kamanu, howdy, howdy. Oh, hey, I think yeah, I recognize your avatar. The name is different, but I recognize your avatar. Hi, hi, hi. Thank you for joining us, guys, and we're just about to get started with lighting the Eye of Horus. And of course, I have to kind of hide it a little bit from the camera so that the ceiling fan doesn't blow it out. But come in peace, bright Eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light. The Eye of Horus shines like a Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light. The Eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light. The Eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is watching us now and will be joining us in the future. This Eye of Horus comes. We are purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
And we will light our candle for Sekhmet. And also decided sometimes I have to ask, okay, who else are we lighting a candle for? Today we will light a candle for Shu, since there seems to be a connection with Bast and Shu, at least according to records we have of her. You open the movements of Shu. So our prayer tonight is that together they can help us break up this heat dome and bring fresh air and breath of life to all of us who are suffering, and protect us from storms and fires. Those both seem to be going around. You arise in the Akhatis Kefri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You sit in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Horu, Nebehdet, Lord of Horus, Lord of Behdet, and Bastet, Nebeth Anktawi, Mistress of Anktawi. Hail and praise unto you, O Yunachiru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness, and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us, and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters that are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Yunachiru, these cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrub. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring to you this milk from the great flood of Yunachiru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense great of purity. Its fragrance comes to you. It is the eye of Horus, and it cleanses you, it adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. Oh, this incense is the eye of Horus, O Yunachiru, and its fragrance comes to you. All right. You actually have to be a little careful sometimes with stick incense and where you have it, because if it's, if it's at an angle, then you're going to have like a trail of ash that, falls out of your incense holder, and sometimes that lit stick of incense can come out and land on the floor and burn a little trail onto the floor. I've seen that happen. So that's why you have to be careful sometimes. But there, we've got it. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Yunachiru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. And even though we're in a drought in so many places, we still pray for the gardens to prosper, that the drought will end, and that everyone will have, the food that they need. The gardens prosper, and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Yunachiru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure, pure is Horus of Behdet within his house. Pure, pure is Bastet, mistress of Ankatawi, within her house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure. For Ra Horaketi, for Horu, for Bastet, and every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your body, O Horu Behdet. Come to your body, O Bastet, Nebetantawi. Come to your bodies, O Yanachuru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings. Partake of them. Come, O people. Raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra Horaketi, before Horu, before Bastet. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. Slip this back down here. So the prow of their barge kind of comes out a little bit over the offerings. They are ready to sail out and just take their offerings. So. Ora Horaketi and your son, the Osun Nisu Nebkebrura, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. Yes, practice fire safety, absolutely, because we're in a statewide burn ban here, and probably in a lot of other places too. So, um, don't burn anything that isn't a candle here. Oh, hang on just a second. Where did I put my drink? Oh, there it is. Hang on. From the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead. I light this candle. That it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we pour these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Porkeru ta henket kakao abdus and a shimmerhut. Kut nibet nofra weberanket no shirim. And kalen akupunibu ma kerenibu kiranachara. A voice offering of bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these Aku, all true of voice before the great God. Yeah, it's all right. Sorry, guys. For those of you who didn't tune in earlier, Darren just lost his mom yesterday, so. It's all right. Oh, and yeah, Amanda says, "Don't be sorry. That's what we're here for." Oh yeah. And Sebekakwe was saying Utah has been drenched by that hurricane that hit Cali. Yeah.
That's a gift from Louisiana.
Yeah. Well, here's what was so funny is Sunday, or was it Sunday or Monday? You had a hurricane in Southern California. Meanwhile, Louisiana is under a burn ban, and having 100+ degree heat. I said it's like the LAs have switched because like which LA are we in? They're having to deal with a tropical storm. They've never had to deal with that before.
80 years.
Yeah. You know what? And I thought about Wally and Christine because that this would have been before their lifetimes in LA. So
And I
'cause-
think they lived there when LA was founded.
no. Haha. Well, Christine might take issue with you for that, but she wasn't even 84, when she passed last year. So, and she had grown up in SoCal, but I love my SoCal folks because y'all are your own very unique breed of jaded, and I'm not saying that to put anyone down. I'm just saying that I've noticed that it's kind of endearing in a weird way, but okay. Well, let's go ahead and we'll read some hymns for Horace and for Bast, and for anyone else that anyone has a request for, and then we will get to our cookies. Okay. That's why I have this in alphabetical order. That makes life easier. Hail and praise unto you, Bastet, Lady of Love, Lady of Life, Daughter of Atum, Firstborn of the Lord of all, Greatest Goddess, Lady in Heaven, Mistress of all the gods. You open the movements of Shu, for he is your messenger. You slaughter with your arrows. You slay the evil one and seize the hearts of the wicked foes. Lady of the shrine, foremost of the sacred fields, mistress of perfume, mistress of joy. O Eye of Horus, O Eye of Ra, Uraeus whom Ra loves, protect us until the dawn. I'm sorry, something that made me smile, and this is my earnest prayer is that when my father's time comes, that he gets to meet Best, because he's one of those people who doesn't like cats. And that whole thing about being firstborn daughter, that's me. And he wasn't very nice to me either. So I asked Lady Best to give him a good scare. Praise unto you, O Lord of Behdet, Lord of the sky. Splendid winged disk shines in the horizon. You beautiful sun who illuminates the darkness. Splendid child who illuminates the earth. Iris of the Ujat, who lights the two lands with his rays. Fair of face, hovering one, armored, majestic, clothed in gold. You arise as Capri when you emerge from Nonet. Your rays spreading over the world. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven. Hail unto you, Horus, great god, lord of the sky. Great falcon, dappled of plumage, ruler of flying, winged disk upon the two lands. Sia falcon, united with the sun disk. O holy god, falcon of gold. And one more for Horus. I find it in here.
Just don't go horse.
Ah. There we are. Well, I always figured if he had to go incognito, he would spell his name Horace. So I'm Horace.
Yeah.
Who would know? Hail unto you, Horus, defender of your father Osiris and support of your mother Isis. You are the champion of Ra who destroys his wicked foes. Lofty one, falcon of the horizon, shining like gold in the dawn. You establish Ma'at in her place. You rule the living on earth as your father rules those in Duat. And you know what? Speaking of establishing Ma'at in her place, that's something we need to do too. So that's how he does it. Lets us know. Oh, yeah. So we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, and Horus, with our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your ka shall live. Truly, your Enid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law eternally. As Fet is cast out by your word, rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. Well, she's going to ride side saddle with everybody. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, such as the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, such as the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, such as the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, such as the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, such as the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such as the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such as the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such as the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay, I see some more cute icons over here. People people sending lots of hugs. Seven Kekaway sends you hugs. Sarcastic says the hurricane did blow some rain up here, which got some smoke from Canada out of here for a bit. That's good. Okay, and you know what? It's funny. Amanda was like, "Did we offer mod? Did I zone out?" Actually, you did not. Very good. Ha ha. It's funny. Sarcastic says cats can smell when you're not a cat person, and they will try to convert you. Well, you know what else is funny is poor Darren is allergic to cats, but they love him.
And I love them right back.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why they know that despite the allergies, you're a sweet person, and cats are good judges of character. You know, and
I've never ever heard a cat.
right, and that's why they know. But okay, all right. So what we're gonna do is this first cookie that had landed outside of the box earlier, just a couple of days ago. This one seemed to be for everybody. So, like, if you happen to be, tuning in after we're done being live, this one is for you as well. And so, no one ever became great by imitation.
Unless you're Frank Welker or Peter Cullen.
Well, but you know what? I think even they would argue differently because imitating people for voices, it kind of becomes its own thing.
Yeah, I know. I was making a joke.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess just having to felt I didn't realize that you were completely joking, but no one ever became great by imitation. I have to watch my diction. You messed me up because you got me talking about our voice actor friends. Okay. So we're going to go down our list here, starting with Creature of Legend. Yes, and I mentioned it at the beginning of the broadcast. Of course, the video for this month will be premiering on YouTube on Monday, and I have a behind the scenes that goes for our top level folks that I'll be uploading in the next day or so. We are going to be having to take some more trips back and forth from Lake Charles, so I will ask Almond of the Road to show us the way, there and back safely. But starting with Creature of Legend. Wow.
Okay, he got all of them. Nobody else gets cookies.
No, but Creature of Legend, you had 3 of them pop out.
What have you done?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but Creature of Legend, somebody has a lot to say to you.
What have you done?
All right, here, I'm going to bring this out a little bit, and we're going to see. Yes, what have you done? Here's the first one. No one ever became great by imitation. So I guess reinforcing the message for everyone. Yes, don't try to be something you're not. Now the second one. Remember, that's 2 out of 3. There is no sorrow in the world that a hot bath wouldn't help. Now, the last one. Nope. I'll be chasing cookie wrappers later. You will live the life that makes all others not envious, but proud of you. Okay. Creature of Legend,
do
yes.
your thing, take a bath, and be proud of what you've done. I got it.
Well, no one ever became great by imitation. There is no sorrow in the world that a hot bath wouldn't help. You will live the life that makes all others not envious, but proud of you. And you know what? I think the thing there with what are people envious of typically? They're envious of fortune, material wealth. But what are people proud of? Are they proud of how much money you have? No, but they're proud of the things you've done and the kind of person that you are. So concentrate on that. Be yourself. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. And just go have a relaxing soak. If you find a hot tub time machine, tell us. Okay, so that was Creature of Legend. And Vesper wants a cookie from Best. Cookie from my lady, please. So Lady Best for Vesper. That was interesting. We went from like three of them leaping out to one that's a little more reserved. But Vesper, it says, failure is the mother of success. Failure is the mother of success. So if you're having a tough time right now, don't feel bad. Don't give up. You will get there. Failure is the mother of success. Okay. So Amanda Barrett. Okay. Amanda. Fear knocked at the door. Faith answered. No one was there. Now think about this one. Fear knocked at the door. Faith answered. No one was there. Because faith scared fear away. So don't let whatever is getting to you multiply itself and enlarge itself in your mind.
Fear, false evidence appearing real.
Right, but faith, and think about it. Faith. That's just what we're doing. This is what this is. So, um, faith and Bast and Horror and all of the other natural, and all of the good messages that they have for us. Let that be the faith that answers the door and says, "You kids get off my lawn," and fear runs away. Okay, so Seba Kekaway and then Dragon's Library. And Mary Whippaway is saying same thing here, Darren. She's allergic to cats, but they love. Yeah. And Thrello. I guess Thrello, is that how you would say it? So you've got to. Okay, and B is requesting prayers from a dear friend's mom who is battling cancer at the moment. And a cookie for me, of course, from Lord Jihuti, if he wills it. The Vesper says, when people go and are driving, we always say, drive boring. Yes, boring is good. Okay, so just making sure that I keep the place here. We got Seba Kekoi and then Dragon's Library. It just occurred to me because the West got a tropical storm last week. Does that mean that we did manage to send you guys some of our rain? Oh, Sebekekaway. You will be graced by the presence of a loved one soon. Now, keep in mind, they have a baby with a due date of Christmas.
Well, get ready.
You will be graced by the presence of a loved one
And
soon.
let me say, please don't say I combined your Christmas and your birthday into one. Don't gyp that kid. Those end up being some of the most resentful people.
Well, my maternal grandmother's birthday is December 21st. So
Still,
oh yeah, and I think that did happen to her a bit.
and boy, they grow up mad as hell, and they stay that way too.
I don't know. My maternal grandmother was always she's always kind of a demure person. If
But that's after decades of rage that got through her system.
I don't know, maybe
I'm telling you, I ain't ever seen a happy Christmas baby.
well, Wally's daughter was born on Christmas Day.
Let's talk to her and find out. Because I bet. ...
Well, actually, I had to ask her, "Is your birthday really December 25th?" Because I thought it was a joke, and then oh wow, okay.
See, mine's perfectly spaced out. You got to buy me both.
Well, actually, here's the funny thing, because your birthday falls like the day after a feast of Bast. Your Egyptian name might have been Bastemhub, which means Bast is in feast.
Ooh.
And you'd have been allergic to cats, which would have been really hilarious. But
yeah, but they'd have all loved me.
Yeah. So, okay, Dragon's Library, and then Kit Fox. Okay, Dragon's Library. Why not treat yourself to a good time instead of waiting for someone else to do it?
Hey, self-love, ...
To read it one more time. Why not treat yourself to a good time instead of waiting for someone else to do it? Now, that could be something very deep, and not don't wait around for someone else to take you out or do it, or just go out and have a good time.
Yeah.
So okay, and then Kit Fox. Okay. It is hope, not despair, which makes successful revolutions. Kit Fox, that's for you. It is hope, not despair, which makes successful revolutions. So let hope be your motivator. So, okay, I'm going to try to get some of these. Okay, so next is sarcastic, and then Amonset, and then Mary Twepaway. Okay. All right. Sarcastic. Yes way. yeah, and in learning to adapt to changes in the environment, I learned about a really interesting website today, and this might be of use. I almost wonder, sarcastic, if you've heard of this before, but the website is fireweatheravalanche.org, but it basically tracks wildfires and things like that across the United States. And no surprise, the map is set by default when you first pull it up to the western United States. But I've actually had to scroll it over to get to the state of Louisiana to try to find what kind of fires are going on right now. But it's kind of like Wonderground for forest fires. Sarcastic. It is most gratifying when a goal is achieved through one's efforts. It is most gratifying when a goal is achieved through one's efforts. So, sounds like you're on to something good. Keep it up. This is the nitrogen waving compounds for you.
Can I have one?
Sure. Let me kind of get down to the bottom of the list there. But Almond Set is next, then Married Wepaway. Almond Set. First, think of what you want to do, then do what you have to do.
That's very Machiavellian.
Well, no, this is goal setting. First, think of what you want to do, then do what you have to do in order to make it happen. That's goal setting.
Yeah.
But also, sometimes, and there's some people that are just, they kind of take the negative side of, that do what thou wilt. Because, again, the whole thing is, love is the law, love under will, but some people don't go that far. But other times you have people that are, concerned about, well, what do I have to do? Well, first think of what you want to do, then do what you have to do. Let your life be around goals. So somebody is cheering you on. But I think that's very much a Horus thing. He has lots of positive messages like that. Okay, so Mary Poet and then Frello. So Mary Poet. Never trouble until trouble troubles you. That's a fun one to parse. Never trouble until trouble troubles you. Or as your dad was fond of saying, don't go borrowing trouble.
Yeah, the interest compounds.
Yeah. Well, but yes, don't start anything with anybody. Yes, let sleeping jackals lie. Okay, so it was Married Wepawet, then Thrello. Thrello, this is your first time joining us, right? And your fortune. Fearless courage is the foundation of victory. Also a very Horus kind of thing to say, but fearless courage is the foundation of victory. So be brave. You can do this, whatever it is. Okay.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey. Hope you're doing all right. We're
Yes, I'm doing better.
well. That's good. Um,
At the end of the list, I would like to hear what Bast has to say to me.
alrighty, we will do that. Okay, so B, yes, cookie for you from Jehuti. Oh, and Married Wepway says my son was born New Year's Day. Um,
Great.
oh yeah, Vesper says I have a friend whose birthday's on All Hallows Eve and she loves it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Actually, one of my fifth grade teachers, her birthday's officially on Halloween, but the thing is she was born at night, so she says like, well, it might have almost been, October 30th, but yeah, so those are always fun folks, the folks that have their birthday on Halloween. Um, but okay, so B, and then okay, then Sarana. Okay, and Sarana says I have yet another hearing this week about the PFA. So prayers, yes. Meg Wepwood says I'm currently up to my eyeballs in beads and things, busy making prayer bracelets for the jackals. Cool. Um, and B says, yeah, okay, Amanda's saying to be praying the Lady Sekhmet to light the way for swift recovery for your friend's mom. Yes. Um, so, okay, and Luke, I know still a bit new here, but can I request a cookie? Absolutely. So, okay, so yeah, so we're going B, then kind of skipping down a little bit to Sarana. And yes, prayers to Mama Sekhmet for your friend's mom so that she can gain strength and she can recover. So B, we're asking Jehuti, who has a party next week. So, Blue Supermoon. Success won't taste so good without failure as appetizers. So B, that is for you. Success won't taste so good without failure as appetizers. And I think with a lot of these, it's it you might worry and feel anxious at first, going, oh well, does that mean something's not going to work, or if something isn't working out for you right now? But this is saying have heart, because this just means that when things do come around, it'll be that much more awesome. Success won't taste so good without failure as appetizers. Okay, and Sarana. And may Horus also help bring you justice and protection as you work to get that PFA together. All right, we did that one. The vacuum seal on that one's pretty good. Okay. Hold on. I got it. There we go. Okay. There is no greater pleasure than seeing your loved ones prosper. There's no greater pleasure than seeing your loved ones prosper. And Saran, I know you've got some little ones. That's immediately what I thought of. And we pray for them to be safe and well too. Okay, so Luca, and then so then we're gonna have I guess Darren. Do you want to go then, Robert, or
Rob can go then.
okay? So Luca,
Do you live on the second
second
floor?
floor. Yeah, well, he actually you asked that the other time, and he's like, "Yeah, I get that song joke a lot." I still say you need to write your spoof about my name is Lufa.
Yeah, I need to find it. I think I lost it.
Oh. So I am a firm believer in hard copies of everything. If it's something written that you want to keep, have a printed copy somewhere, because that way, even if the digital goes to nothing,
Yeah.
then you still have.
I should have done that because I lost all the bylaws for my Medellin drug cartel and everything.
Did it say where you were going to put the hippos?
Yes, it did actually.
Okay, Luca. Never set the tiger free if you live in the mountain.
Well, don't worry, it'll come back.
That's the whole point. Never set the tiger free if you live in the mountain. So, in other words, be careful what things you let out. They might come to you where you live.
Yeah.
So, don't let that tiger out. Never set the tiger free if you live in the mountain. Okay. And so now we are asking Lady Bass for a fortune for Yamani. Okay. Yamanu, it's empty.
Interesting.
You
Yes.
know what to do.
You are the good cookie this time. Yeah. Yeah, oftentimes when we get a blank cookie, that's their way of saying you know the answer already. Don't second guess yourself. Okay, so if anyone else has a request for a cookie, go ahead and put that up there. We're going to do one for Darren. Okay, boo. Nothing astonishes people so much as common sense and plain dealing. Nothing astonishes people so much as common sense and plain dealing. And I suspect you'll need to be using that a lot. But common sense and plain dealing. I noticed it didn't say anything about shooting from the hip, but we'll I guess use discretion. Okay, okay, and you got a super sticker from Vesper. May your loved ones comfort you.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Lucas says, that's so funny because I'm keeping an unspayed female cat right now and she wants to go outside so bad. Yes, don't let that tiger out. Yeah, so, okay. Well, if we've got any other requests, go ahead and put those up. I will read some prayers for everyone, some of our general prayers, because I think we all could use them. Hear us, O Ra, great Lord of Unu, and place your arms of blessing around us. Let us rejoice in your bounty, and our hearts take joy in your kindness. Tell Neith and Upwot to open their ways for us, and may you protect us with your strong arm of compassion. For you are the All Lord, the Lord of Ma'at. Holy and splendid is your name. Capri at dawn, Atum at dusk, Ra Horaketi, as you rule the nine. Oyanoshuru, may you grant life, prosperity, and health, alertness, favors, and affection. Make our eyes to see you every day as ones righteous who set you in their hearts. Supply our needs of bread and drink, and guard our mouths in speaking. Come to us and give us counsel. Make us heedful of your wisdom. When one appeals to you, you come from afar. Lend your ears to the lonely and the poor. May you give breath to those who are wretched, and bread to those who have none. Guardians of the weak, may you set the oppressed free, and let your blessings surpass all wealth. Ah, it's funny. I was sarcastic. I was like, well, the context changes things a bit. With don't let the tiger out if you live in the mountains. Yeah, well. Well, but you know what? It can still apply either way. Whatever you imagine that tiger to be, don't let it out. So, alrighty, we'll wrap it up. But we don't officially close until everybody has what they need. So, hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure. To the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shanit in Unu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Aset in Nicheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nibet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Chemenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Alpet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Horu, O Bastet. You have come in peace, O Yanachiru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, Horu, Bastet. May you go forth in peace, O Yonachuru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Yes, if you let it out, you get a mountain full of tigers. Okay, you're going to have the Vishishnings. Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for passing on all that love. Um, and uh, I guess I'll keep you guys posted. You know, we'll between the Discord, of course. Yeah, you know, you're gonna have folks thinking about you, Darren. And yes, we'll see you guys in a week. In the meantime, on Monday, you'll have a fresh episode to watch. Now, next week, we're actually going to be starting with the next week's going to be a feast for Anubis. We have a moving sand for Anubis, although we're not going to be probably not going to have any sand in here. But we'll do the OPET the second weekend in September. But you know, the OPET season is pretty much the beginning of September. So, you know, I know a lot of folks, that's like a big holiday for them. So, you know, we'll, you know, there's of course the little video with that wonderful song by Married Raw that, you know, she did the vocals for that we put together last year, you know, and I'd love to do more things like that, you know, but that's coming up, you know, when we start September. All right, and yes, I will pass on lots of hugs for you guys. Yes, and thank you all, and may your week be everything you want it to be. Absolutely. Next Friday. All right, guys. Love you, and we will see you soon.